Hello, my name is Andrei, and after looking for sustainable development topic for the business ethics, I got to think about the wind energy and how efficient and sustainable it is. As of December 2017, installed capacity of wind power in the European countries was equal to 169.3 gigawatts, which is equal to 12% of the total European electricity consumption. But by going further and further, the European Wind Energy Association has estimated a rapid increase of the wind capacity, and by 2020 it will supply up to 16% of the total electricity consumption, avoiding 330 million tons of CO2 emissions and saving 28 billion a year in the fuel cost. European countries accomplishing great results in the using of the green energy, but it got me thinking about something. Why not all countries using this kind of technology? Energy plays a leading role in economical development of the Ukraine. In 2015, Ukraine was in a state of a deep economical crisis, and for the first time in its history, it turned out to be dependent on all different kinds of energy resources. Since to the import of the natural gas and the petroleum products were added the import of coal and electricity. In 2017, Turkish company by the name of BE&S Solar that specialized on the energy sector planned to build the first wind turbines in the Ukraine on the Carpathian Mountains, but they met a few obstacles. Natives were not satisfied by such ambitious project, as construction of wind turbines could harm the native flora, in particular Yafina, one of the types of blueberries which is an important source of income for some natives in the region. Another obstacle is air tourism, which brings thousands of people every year to the Carpathian Valleys. But there is a serious problem that Ukrainians should consider. According to the professor Artem Khalatov, 2014, the atomic blocks in the Ukraine produce up to 42% of the electricity, and they are close to the end of the project lifetime. Therefore, in 10 years, 12 of the 15 atomic blocks will be out of service. To build a new atomic block will cost Ukrainian government around $5 billion, which will produce up to 2.5 gigawatts per year. According to the BE&S Solar's investors, the cost of building onshore 18 megawatts wind turbines is $96 million. By my calculation, the budget of $5 billion could be the potential for the production of 4 gigawatts of the green energy, which is twice efficient and more eco-friendly. Interesting note: the greatest gust on the record was on 12th of April 1934 at the peak of Mount Washington. At 103 meters per second, person exposing 0.5 square meters of frontal area would have experienced a force equivalent to about 1/3 of a ton weight. In terms of annual mean wind speed, the wind displaced in the world is on the edge of Antarctica, on the mountain margin of East Adelaide Land, at 18 meters per second annual mean wind speed. The available wind energy is about 200 times that of typical European wind side. Now, the first thing you're probably thinking, since the speed of wind is high and constant in Antarctica, it should be much better to build thousands of wind turbines there, which in turn will produce energy for us. And I thought the same thing. But according to professor and engineer Peter Jameson, under the extreme condition, wind turbines are not able to work effectively and long enough, as the replacement of rotors and blades should be more frequent, and it's not going to bring any profit to the companies. Another dilemma is the transmission cost in wind energy development, as the best places for generating energy are far distant from the consuming centers, and very often this is the reason why many countries are putting development of the wind turbines aside. In some cases, like in an example of Ukraine, construction of the wind turbines might be not the best idea from the natives' point of view, and the geothermal energy or solar energy which are currently developing in the region might be more attractive to the local society and businesses. Ernesto Ciroli, in his TED presentation about sustainable development, once said that we must listen to the people in the countries where we're trying to help. We must know what they want, and we must consider their opinion and cooperate with them if we want any project to be successful.